Hello, welcome to Good Goal or Bad Defending Southampton against Liverpool edition. I was kind of flicking back and through all the games, and every time I seemed to turn away from this game, I missed a goal. But if anyone's interested in transfer news in the off-season, I'm doing lots of videos on that, making it quick and easy so you can have a quick visual guide of seeing what's going on. I'm not long, drawn-out nonsense talk. So here we are, we're watching Liverpool press on Southampton right here. And the ball's going back to the keeper. And let's watch, moving on just a bit here. Bosh. Now here's the problem. This is what's happening. You can see. Ball's coming into here. He knows it. He knows it. He's putting pressure on there. He knows it. He can't jog there. He's got to go kind of to there. There's a weird reason for this. All right. And you can see it in a second. Because this guy's playing a ball around the corner, and I hate this. I scream at people for doing this. One of the most common mistakes is what this guy's about to do right here when he plays the ball around the corner. Take a touch. The minute you take a touch and look, you save yourself from huge problems. And yeah, you can play the ball around the corner on the other end of the field, but oh God, the amount of times I've had goals scored against me because one of my idiot players will try to do this and it hasn't come off and then run down the other end and scored. Happens all the time. So watch what he does. Gosh, Bob goes and he plays the ball. If he takes a touch, he doesn't play this pass. He might turn it. He can do something else. He might even come out here, but he doesn't. He just plays it without looking, hoping that this guy isn't quick on the draw, and he is. Look how alert he is. Now, like I said, if that player had moved just a little bit, here's the other problem. If he had moved to where I wanted him, he would have been there. The ball wouldn't have been going over here. It would have been going more back here, and he wouldn't have made the mistake. But also, I don't think it would have mattered because this guy didn't bother to look anyway, so he probably would have played the same pass, even if this defender had moved over here. But there we go. Let's have a watch what he does. Bosh, he plays it right into the pass of the striker. That defender's flat-footed. You can see him. He's got nowhere to go, nothing to do. And yeah, it's 1-0. There we go. This is why you're getting relegated. Liverpool just played a ball in from Trent to this guy here. He was looking to try to thread through that one pass, actually, with the quality of that pass, split straight through their midfield. But defensively, they're not bad. I'm not happy with this little guy here. You might have heard of him. Mo Salah is somehow getting in between all of these players. Right now, you've got one, you've got two Southampton players, and in the middle, technically, you've got two Liverpool players in between them both, which isn't exactly where you want it to happen. Let's move this forward a bit. Bosh, as that happens, you can see Salah starts breaking these, pushing these guys back. But overall, there's no real pressure on the ball. Look, he's pressuring the ball from the wrong side. He's not coming in from a goal side, so he's not really bothered about what he's doing. Because if he wants to, he can just go down and he'll get the free kick because the player's on the wrong side. So he's not really doing anything. As we move it forward, that's what happens. Goes into this man's wee feet here, Bobby Firmino. And look at his defensive position. He's not sure what to do. These two Liverpool players seem to be getting in each other's way. But this guy's stopped running. They've all sort of stopped running now. These ones that were hustling back to putting pressure on this midfielder here. Let's have a look what happens. Off it goes. Dosh. He does a little bit of a move and sits those two defenders down. That's just embarrassing. Both of you just got sat down. The guy there still stopped running. He could have carried on, put pressure on, maybe get a little toe on the ball, done something, didn't. It's in the back of the net, straight through the keeper's legs. 2-0. Quality goal, to be fair. So, it's a lot of Bobby Firmino's skill to put those two people on the floor, but also there's no real pressure on the ball. So he does get the time to do what he wants with it. Let's get on to the next goal. Right, here we go. This is the mistake. We can see it straight away. What's going to happen here? Well, we've got this guy, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He gets blamed for a lot of goals in the right back position. And you're going to see clearly, like I'd say, 8 out of 10 he gets blamed for. It's not his fault. But the people talking about it on TV don't have a bloody clue what they're talking about with football. So they blame Trent. Right, let's look at what's really going on with Trent right here. He's got 3 players around him. Okay, that's his midfielder. He's got a striker in Mo Salah, that's his name, and he doesn't ever come back and help Trent. So if your striker's not coming back at all to help you, he needs that Mo Salah needs to be picking up one of these 2 players, right? And that's technically his player there. He's completely out of position because he's out of position, and everyone's pulled over to this side of the field, right? But Trent will get the blame. So what we're looking for here is where's the centre backs? We've got one centre back there. We've got, I don't know, there's got to be one over there, I think, or maybe there, I'm not sure. But they're all past the goalpost there. The 2 centre-backs are over there. The right back is now filling in for centre back. If these are my two centre backs, I'm screaming at them. One of them, well, first of all, we should never be going past that front post ever, right? They should never be that far over. The furthest over he should be is about here. So then at least he's marking this player, and immediately as soon as he's doing that, someone's screaming at someone to come in here. All this space is opened up because you've got so many Liverpool players. They're defensive midfielders. Everyone's over here. There's 4 Liverpool players on the ball. 4. And you've got 2 unmarked people in the box, and you've got 2 unmarked people on the outside of it, just because the central defenders have gone on walkabout, which means the right back is completely and utterly exposed. So as this right back's completely exposed, let's move it forward and watch what happens. Bosch, ball comes in, little bit of a cute play there. All these 4 players now pressuring the ball, are taken out of the play from one good pass, and it's going to look like this right back is the one to blame again. But as we know, the right back here in this situation isn't the one to blame. It's the centre midfielders that have, central defenders that have gone off for a walkabout for somewhere. Can't really blame you because you've caught between a rock and a hard place. You're standing exactly where I'd kind of want you because all the rest of your team's gone on a walkabout. But where's Mo Salah defending? Anyone see him? Anyone see him up here defending or doing anything? No. So here's Trent exposed again, and he'll get blamed again when we've got the 2 centre-backs gone for a walk. The defensive midfielders over here playing left-back, and there's no right midfielder or right forward coming back and helping pick out any of these 2 players. Yeah. Play it forward. Bosch goes on again. Oh, here comes Mo. Yeah, I should have been back helping you, Trent. Yeah, he's still got 3-on-1, still exposed. And it's in the back of the net box. There we go. Another goal. Let's get on to the next. Okay, so here we are with Bobby Firmino in the middle of the field for Liverpool here. And he loses the ball. There's a couple of goals like this today. There's one in the Leicester game. There's a few more. You can see a lot of these players, especially in games like this, it doesn't really matter about anything because no one's changing their league position. Southampton are down. I think Liverpool are outside the top 4 or 5. I'm not sure where they are. I think they're 5th, actually. And yeah, they make individual errors because they're already on holiday. Look at this. Bomb makes a mistake, loses possession of the football, and of course, then you're in all sorts of trouble because your team isn't expecting you to make that simple mistake. So they're not exactly defending properly. Like, look here, no one's exactly defending properly because you're in possession of the ball, and all of a sudden, you're caught. Off to the races. Theo Walcott plays a through ball through the defenders here. Honestly, it's a good pass. It's a really good pass. Fair push. And it's in the back of the goal. There we go. Now, what's that? I think that's 2-2. Let's get on to the next goal. There's not much to show in this goal, really. It's just all it's just another counter-attack goal. This game seemed to be a lot of these. But there's one thing I do want to show you on this goal is this defensive midfielder here who's not really a defensive midfielder. Because I'll tell you why. Watch this challenge. There we go. Blosh. Trying to kick the player, not the ball. Didn't even try to track the run with the player. Completely gave up. Was running the wrong way. His entire body language was he was trying to kick the player over and go that way, when all he should have been is trying to get back here and track him, right? So all he's done is open up the space here, because all these defenders, as you can see, 1v1, 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 and that would really be his man, and he had to have to run with him. He tried to kick him over because, well, apparently that's a tactic. Don't do that, because just run with him, it's easier. Missed the kick, screwed it up. This player's running now, just runs down the field and smacks the ball in the goal. But I want to show you the strike if I can. Here we go. Because I actually think it's the keeper's error as well here. When, it is a good strike, but I think the keeper needs to just be better here. He's got too much time to see it. And also you can see as this strike's about to happen, I believe that there's going to be a little bit more pressure on the ball here. This guy can step forward, put some pressure on that ball to stop him actually getting a clean shot away. Let's have a look, watch what he does. Boss, watch, you see, he keeps running away. He's going too deep. He now needs to start putting pressure on the ball. Normally, my rule of thumb is I want you to be putting pressure on the ball. It's almost on that sort of the grass line there. Well, that's a brilliantly drawn line by me. Well done, Cash. You're amazing. Normally, it's the sort of the top of the D. That's where I want my players pressuring. If you keep dropping at that point, you're just dropping into your goal. There's no point. You've got to put pressure on. So the striker doesn't have time to pick out his shot and put it in the bottom corner, which he does here. Have a little look. Bosh. But the keeper could have done a better job. Miles better job there. Yes, there should be pressure on the ball. Yeah, 100%. Keeper should have done a better job. And that tackle on the halfway line was awful. 3 mistakes equal a goal. Don't worry, we're not done for individual mistakes. Just like that Bobby Firmino. And there's a couple of other games today where people have done it. Watch this guy here, number 14. plays the ball straight to this guy here. Not sure why. Maybe he's got a family bet on, but he gives them the ball, bosh, and then they're off to the races again. And of course, you're looking at if you just look at the defensive position of this Trent kiddie here. You can see he's trying to go forward, so his body shape's completely wrong. He's not static and he's not defending. So this guy's just going to run down, outpace everybody, and smack it in the goal. But again, I think the keeper could have done better. Could have done much better. And it goes into the ball. Bosh. There we go, boys. Another goal. Keeper could have done better on that one as well. Let's try to get on to the next goal. Okay, here we go. We've got a ball getting played in here. Looks like a nice and easy pass, but you've got a runner going as well. He's marked, but look, you've got a man completely unmarked here. Completely and utterly unmarked. You've got 3 players here, pretty much. Well, I'm happy with him, and maybe one of them needs to be coming over here. You can see from there, both of you, that this player's unmarked. And look at what happens next. We get a little bit of a play happening. Dosh plays it over the top. Anybody could have been pressuring. It's a good ball, yeah. Kind of a bit of a messy pass, really. But these guys in the middle again are still doing nothing, absolutely nothing. And he's got all the space in the world. Trent, actually, I'm going to try to keep an eye on him and Kevin De Bruyne because some of their passing is amazing. And I think if they keep this kiddie keeps going the way he's going, he might break the all-time assist record in the Premier League in the next 5 years. So here we go. As he goes to plays a simple ball across the box. Dosh. Unmarked back post tap in. It's another goal. Yeah, it's okay. So it's a good run from the Trent kiddie because they're really hard to mark. Runs into the box. They really are, because if you touch them, it's a penalty. It's really difficult. But the pass also sets it up into the space. But also, the only thing they could have really done was mark this little wee man on the edge of the box here, which they should have been doing, but they didn't. That's a tap in on the back post. Again, I think the keeper could have done better, just like all the keepers in this game today. I think they played terrible. Let's get on to the next goal. Here we go on the last goal of the day for Liverpool and for the season is Mo Salah's running through here. I don't know who this kiddie is, but he's coming off the back there. There's no pressure on the ball again, right? So he's allowed to make the pass because everyone's tracking the runners. It seems like in the Premier League, they either track the runners or pressure the ball. They don't do both, which you should. And that's what happens here. Look, they play the ball forward, bonk. Oh, he's starting to pressure it, but not good enough. Not good enough. Not for me, Dosh. In behind. And the ball's in the back of the net. And, yeah, that's the end of the season for these boys. I'll see you next time on Good Goal or Bad Defending.